Yo, Gem fan, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, Dropping Gems FX, where my main goal is to lace you guys up with advice and tips on how to trade in the Forex market and to take you guys along my Forex trading journey. So guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different, right? Instead of, putting out a normal Forex training series video, I decided to do a challenge this week and try to see if I can turn $100 into $1,000 or more. And I actually did it in 4 trading days. So I'm going to take you guys into the charts. I'm going to show you exactly what I traded, the mindset I had when going into the trade, exactly where I got in and where I got out and why. Okay, so if you guys have been struggling with growing your small account, you continuously blow your account, please take these 3 things into consideration. This is what I kept in the back of my head every time I got into a trade this week, with the concept of obviously growing this account, right? So the first piece of advice I can give to you, and what I stuck to this entire week, was sticking to a couple of pairs, right? So for a little bit over a year now, I've been trading the exact same pairs, right? So GBP USD, for example, GBP JPY. I also trade oil. I also trade gold. Those 4 core pairs and commodities I've been trading consistently for a year and some change now. So I obviously understand how they move in terms of the volatility and as well as basically where the market is heading, right? So that's my advice to you. Stick to those pairs, and those are the pairs that I've traded. And really it was GBP USD that took me off, right? And I had other setups and other pairs, but I decided not to take them and just to focus on one pair, right? What's the point of having one trade in 20 different pairs and having to sit there and look and manage at all these different pairs instead of just putting those 20 trades into one pair, right? It makes sense, right? So stick to a couple of pairs, learn their movements, learn how they move, what time of day they like to move, etc., right? The second piece of advice I have to give to you guys is to gradually up your lot size, right? You're not going to go from a 0.01 to a standard, right? You're not going to do that. And if you do that, you're going to blow your account because, number one, psychologically speaking, you're not used to seeing that much money come in or even in drawdown if you are in drawdown, right? Keep in mind there are spreads depending on your broker. So even if you have the perfect entry, if you have a standard, right, and maybe the spread is a couple of pips, that's probably almost $100 negative in your account that you're going to see, and you're going to be freaked out, right? You're going to hop out the trade even if it might go your way, right? Gradually up your lot size. You guys are going to clearly see when I post the screenshots of every single trade I'm about to talk about how the lot size gradually went from a 0.02 to a 0.05 to a 10-cent lot size, then up to a 20-cent, a 15, then up to a 20-cent, right? And I just kept doing that gradually, instead of going from a 0.05 to a 0.50, right? Then if psychologically speaking, if I was in drawdown a little bit more than I expected, I would have automatically assumed that I was wrong, that my bias was wrong. So that's just something that I kept in the back of my head, and that, will help you guys grow that small account. And then the third thing is to take profit, right? In this challenge, realistically speaking, I made almost $2,500, right? But my issue was that I did not take profit, right? And sometimes when I was, I do have a life, so I'm out and about. I'm not stuck to the charts, all day, every day. But I was out and about, and so I would just move my stop loss into profit, right? Into profit instead of just getting out the market. So, for example, if I was up on one specific trade about $400, which happened 3 times, I was up about $400, and I decided to stay in that trade because I knew it was going to go up, and as it did, I kept buying. But there was a little bit of pullback. There was a little bit of a retracement that I was just not aware of, and so it hit my stop loss. I ended up in profit about $200 on every single time, $150 to $200, but that could have been a lot of more money that I let the market take back, right? So my advice is to take profit. Take profit, take profit, take profit. That's it, right? So without further ado, let's get right into the video, man. Let's go. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So the first pair that we have that I traded this week was GBP USD, right? So let's take a look at what type of structure we had. And by all means, if what I'm saying is a little bit foreign to you, don't worry about it, because everything will be explained in training videos on my channel, right? That's what I want to do. I want to send out videos so you guys understand how to trade Forex as well as I do, right? So looking at this structure on the daily time frame, GBP USD, which means Great Britain pound and US dollar, we want to know, kind of get a gauge of what happened in terms of both their economies as to why one currency might be stronger than the other currency. So if we look at this impulsive move to the downside, we can see that happened March 2020. And so that was around COVID-19. We all know about that. But now price is kind of bouncing in this bullish channel, retracing. And ultimately, I believe that it's going to come back up here to this high. It's going to retrace back to the high. So in this correction, we can look for high probability trades and hold them for, until a certain point, a certain resistance level, or whatever the case might be. And this is what I did here. This Sunday, if I do the bar replay, all right, this Sunday, structure was like that, right? So we had this nice W formation, and this is a Forex chart pattern that happens often in the markets. And so price came and rejected off this resistance level from the past. So think of resistance as kind of a ceiling if you're a little bit new. So price came up and hit its head on the ceiling and came back down, right? And then it hit a floor. It also rejected off the trend line beautifully and started to reverse and head back up. Now this made a certain Forex pattern that I look for often, and that's very, very reliable, and this is called the W formation, right? So all that is literally, it looks like a W, right? You have this, boom, boom, right? Back up, and from this point, we can expect a push down to the key area, right? The key area right here. And once that happened the week prior, you can see we have a rejection as well as a doji, right? This reversal candlestick pattern. And so that's basically telling you, the market is telling you that it doesn't have enough strength to go below that key level, and it's gonna come back up, right? So this is what I saw, and this is what I took advantage of, right? So come Sunday night, initially this green candlestick you see here was red, it was bearish, and it was over here at this level. And this is when I got in on the first trade. The first trade I got in, you see here, around 254. Let me see numbers. 2533, around there. And I took it to the next high, right? I got in with a 0.02 lot size. The second trade, a little bit ahead. Once I got in profit, I got in with a 0.05. And then the third trade, obviously, I came in a little bit more heavy with a 10-cent lot size, right? So this took my account from about $100 to $400, I believe. Let me upload the screenshots right now as I'm looking at it. so I can be 100% accurate and transparent with you guys, right? So the first trade I took, right, lot size 0.02, took it up to this high and got out. That took me, that gave me $26 in profit, and that's about 130 pips, right? Yeah, 130 pips. All right, the second trade, again, 0.05. I got $61 out of that. That's 120 pips. And the third trade, 10-cent lot size. I got 122 pips. So 120 pips. So that was $122, right? So that's basically it. And realistically speaking, I could have taken this trade and held it up here, but like I said, my account wasn't that large, so I didn't want to risk it, and I wanted to get out of the market safely. And I took my profits and I ran, and I waited for the next setup to unfold, and just let the market do its thing, right? So if I play that like I just did, right? It went straight into profit, right? I had minimal drawdown, very minimal, and in the next two trades, zero drawdown at all. And I took the trades to the next high, and that's it, man. It's literally as simple as that. Understanding the rejections at these zones, price cannot fall below there. And I bet even if we zoom in a little bit more, we're gonna have like a head and shoulders pattern I see right here. But that was that. Real simple, real clean, real easy setup. And what do we see? Just a little bit for next week. Might as well look at it, right? So price has come up price has came above the resistance zone. So we might see a little drawdown before it continues to go back up. We're going to assess the situation and act accordingly, right? When you're trading Forex, you don't want to be predictive. I think you want to be more reactive, right? In my case, because yeah, I could have predicted this bullish movement to the upside, but if for some reason price came up here and started wicking out again, that would make me react in a certain way that would tell me, okay, maybe price isn't strong enough to hold this point right now, and it was gonna fall back down. Okay, so moving forward, I don't think I took any other trades on GBP, and I did a little bit, but it's very minimal. I tried to sell, but only got 40 cents. I bought another I got a $5 profit, right? So then after that, I kind of got off GBP USD because it was taking too long to give me setups. So what I did was I went to gold, and this is gold right here. So I went to gold and I started to see signals that was telling me that this commodity was going to skyrocket, right? So the Friday before, I traded gold and I was profitable. And let me tell you exactly what that trade was, right? So if I take the bar replay, and by the way, guys, I'm on TradingView, and this platform is amazing because it allows you the ability to really go in depth with your analysis. You have all your markups here, your tools and whatnot. If you pay for the premium account, you have features that allow you to basically replay a week of trading and kind of hone in on your craft and understand what went wrong and what may have gone right, right? So that's why I like using TradingView. And we're just gonna go ahead and box off this area of consolidation, right? And if you guys don't know what consolidation simply means that price is not, climbing. It's not really falling. Although you do see, you feel me? You do see the highs, you see the lows, you see the highs, you see the lows. But in terms of a general direction, this is going sideways. It's ranging. It's not, it's not bullish and it's not bearish per se. It's ranging, right? So what we can do is box this area of consolidation. Mind you, we need to keep in mind that the wicks are possible areas where price can go back to. So let's zoom in. What we want to do with an area of consolidation is wait for the breakout in either direction, right? Wait for the breakout and hop in on the retest and take that up, right? Either direction, whether it goes up or goes down, we're waiting for the clear breakout and the retest of the consolidation box, right? But in this case, I had a very, 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 very strong feeling and a bias that gold was going to buy. And why do I say this? If we back up, if we take a look at the bigger picture, what do we see? We see that in 2011, price was at 1920, 1930, right? That's the highest gold has ever been in the past 9 years, right? Since then, gold plummeted. The price of gold just fell, right? 2018 was when things turned around and price started climbing, right? Gold started climbing, and it does not look back, right? We see this huge push up, right? So I don't expect price to just fall from here. Like, why would it do that, right? If it's filling up this zone, if it's filling up, and this is a really, really, really large Forex pattern. It's called the teacup pattern. But if it wants to fill up this zone and come and retest this high, why would it fall, right? And if it does, it's gonna fall for a short amount of time, and it's gonna go back up, right? So the point is that this setup was very, very, very good, you know? Very good, wow. But it was a high probability setup, which is what we aim for, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 times where price previously hit the bottom of this box and came straight up to the top, right? So why wouldn't it do it the 5th time, right? So what I did, simply, I literally think I woke up and saw this and hopped right into it because it was a sweet setup, right? A little bit of support right here. A little bit of support right here. So I hopped in on this trade. Somewhere around 17. I'm sorry. Let me play this. Let me look again. Make sure I have it right. Okay, so this was not the consolidation zone. I went too far back. Okay. This is not the consolidation zone that I was referring to, but you guys got a quick lesson on how to trade it again. And I will show you that this happens often in markets. So this was a huge area of consolidation. And how would I have traded this had I got in here at this point? All I do, like I said, wait for the breakout and the retest. I would take that same box I drew up, duplicate it. That's my take profit, right? So let's see if I would have hit my take profit. It's very simple, very simple, very simple. So we have price came up, started making higher highs, higher lows, broke out of the box at this point, came back and retested. Look at that. If I put a line on the box, it came back and retested even before shooting right back up. So we would have got in, boom, took it up, take profit, right? Hits take profit all the time. It happens all the time in the markets. You just have to understand what you're saying and understand how to trade it. So this is the setup that I was referring to. That happened last week, Friday, and kind of helped me for the week ahead, right? So what do we have? Again, we had an area of consolidation. Same type of deal. This happens often, right? We have this little floor right here. Price is not strong enough. Price was not strong enough to go below that, right? The bulls in the market, the momentum was too strong. So Once I saw this, these 3 candles form, which is a reversal, I got in, right? I got in at 1798. 1798. Put that there. 1798, perfect. And let me put that as entry. And I simply took profit not too far away, 1806. 1806, right? Super simple, super easy. I really, if I wanted to, could have taken it to the top of the box. But like I said, I was dealing with a small account, and gold is very volatile. So you have to know the pairs that you are trading, right? So I was in that trade for about a 2-cent lot size. I was able to get up $16. That's a win for me. That was about 10%, a little bit more than 10% of my account. So small account, big win. Great, great, great for me. And after that, what happened is that gold just kept climbing, right? So let me scale in and let you know exactly how I capitalized on this huge movement, right? Obviously, I didn't know that gold is going to, you know, skyrocket to the moon, but what I did know was that I can take it to certain points and take profit and continue doing that over and over again, kind of like steps, right? So let's see, let's break it down. What's the next trade that I got into on gold? This is going to be, what's the next trade I got into on gold? 1841, 1840, 1840. 3 times I got in on gold, right? 3 times I got in on gold. So let's go to 1841. $18.56, right? Okay. Boom. That was one of my trades, right? Next one. 1857. Like I said, I'm posting all the screenshots. I'm not lying. I don't need to lie. Okay? Those were the 3 trades, right? So I got in 3 times around the same area, and let's see why. Why did I get in 3 times? Why was I so sure that this was going to explode, okay? So throughout the day, we had this huge impulsive move. Took a small short, kind of lost a couple of dollars, not anything too crazy, but that told me that price wasn't ready to go down. Price wasn't ready to reject. I don't know why I'm looking here. I should be looking here. But price wasn't ready to reject. So, reject and fall. So, what I did was I just waited it out a little bit, you know, couple of hours, and then I saw this pattern, right? And this is a pattern that happens quite often on gold. It's kind of a triangle pattern. And to show you more, let me see if I can bring it up. Boom. So you guys can definitely take a screenshot of this. This is what I use in terms of when I'm trying to, you know, train my eyes to see a certain pattern over and over again. Like this is the guideline right here. So what pattern did we see up there, right? We saw this, an ascending triangle, continuation. Does that look like what is on the chart or not? Like, come on, this is like, you just have to apply the knowledge, right? That's exactly what we see here, right? We see a series of higher lows and then a resistance where price is getting squished, right? It's just getting squished. Momentum is building, and then eventually you have a burst. So what do we do when we trade any pattern? We wait for the breakout and we get in on the retest. So price broke out right there. What did we get in? We got in on the retest right there, right? Right at 1840. Great trades. So there's 3, right? I probably got in twice here and once here, once it started to go up. And after that, only a couple hours later, price exploded. It just jumped exponentially. Called profits, took profits, got out the market, took profits, got out the market, right? So that was combined, all 3 trades combined netted me about $450 right there. $450 for a couple minutes. First of all, I was at the dentist. And I saw this pattern. I just waited for a couple minutes of actually analyzing the charts, and then a couple of hours of patience. I profited almost $500 off that off 3 trades, right? 1 movement, 3 trades. Okay, so what is next? Where did I get into the market next? I will show you. Hold on, right? The next trade I took on gold was 1862, 1884, 1883, and 1896, right? So I got in heavy. So let me kind of delete all this so it's very easy to see. What do we have here? We have a simple, nice head and shoulders pattern. And by doing this often, you are going to be able to train your eyes to see this as well, right? We have a nice head and shoulders pattern. This is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is a signal, that is telling you that price is going to be bullish, essentially. So all you have to do is read the candlesticks, right? Knew this was a head and shoulders as soon as that happened, right? What is that? It's tweezers. It's a reversal pattern. I knew price wasn't going to go below that at that point in time, right? So let's go ahead and just mark up our entries and see what actually happened, right? What am I looking for? Okay, the ray. All right, so what is entry 1? Entry 1 was at 1862. Right? My take profit for that one was 1876, right? 1862 to 1876. It's 140 pips. 140 pips. What happened? Why did I take that? Again, I saw the head and shoulders pattern form, right? And the retest. We had the breakout and the retest. Right? So essentially, I could have held this trade. The 3 trades I took from the left, I could have held it longer. But you know what? Take profit and run. Do not allow the market to come back on you, right? Because eventually, it came back. It came back and retested. I was probably only a couple pips away. Yeah, 46. I got in at 40, so only 60 pips. I gave up. I would have given up a lot. Just, I didn't know that was going to happen. So take profit. End of the day, that's the lesson right there. Take profit, right? So what happened next? We had this head and shoulders pattern. We know it's going to be bullish, right? Where did we get in? We get in on the retest, right? So we got in right here. This clean retest of the neckline. Boom. Super simple, super easy trade that happens often. And what happened? Let's play it. Take profit was hit. Right? Boom. We're out that trade. What's the next trade? Let's move on with it, man. Super simple, super easy. 1884. That trade, by the way, that last trade, or this trade right here, netted me $130. Super simple, super easy. Didn't take long to see. Just took a couple hours of patience. That is all. Literally, couldn't be easier. All right. So the next trade we had is 1884. We took that to 1887. And this was a trade that really hurt me. because this could have been essentially taking me to 25K, but it is what it is, and we're not gonna get mad. Overall, we are profitable. I don't even know, like, I took the account from $100 to $1,200 in 4 days. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But it's just little things that you continuously, you know, have to tweak. You have to tweak. So this is one of them, right? So 1884 to 1887, I got in twice. So let's put that over there. We got in on another one at 1883. 1883. And take profit was also 1887, I believe. Yep, 1887. So I see why I did that. So price came up and was bouncing again and again and again and again. Okay, so this is what it was, right? So what did we have here? What did we have here? Come on, this is super simple. We had another area of consolidation. All we had to do was wait. I knew it was gonna buy. It just needed time to build up momentum, right? I knew it was gonna buy. We had these wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wicks in total to the downside. Price isn't strong enough to break below this level. It's a floor. It's a support. So I got in on a couple trades down here, and then if you scroll into the 15-minute time frame, this is nothing but a head and shoulders pattern. Again, these patterns happen again and again and again. You just have to be able to see them. So you probably can't see it right now, but look, it's literally right here. Pow. Really, this could be, come on. Kind of like over there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Head and shoulders pattern. Super simple, super easy. Another confirmation that it's gonna buy it. Boom. Then what do we have after that? We had this larger pattern form on the higher time frame, which was a teacup pattern. And what that looks like is typically a U, right? So price is holding, price is holding, price is building, comes up and matches the previous high. It would drop, and then it will go, all right? We get in on the retest right here. We get in on the retest right here and take it up. That is how you trade this pattern, right? My issue with this, right? I was in these two trades, and at this point in time up here, I was up about $500 for those two trades, right? I was hitting about 2K at this point in time. But what happened? I stayed, I put my stop loss too far up, and price ended up dropping down a little bit farther than I was anticipating. I anticipated price to come around here. I gave it a little bit of wiggle room, so I put my stop loss somewhere around here. And what ended up happening was price came down, hit my stop loss, and went right back up. Okay? So I woke up in profit, so I'm not going to be upset, but I'm just upset about the fact that I didn't get out the market and take my profits this time, because I could have just taken profits and then set a buy limit and would have been even more profitable, right? Because it hit my TP. My TP was about 1905, and as you can see right now, that hit. But I woke up in profit, fine, whatever. Didn't get as much. I can't be mad. But I found another opportunity. This was nothing but another head and shoulders pattern. So all I did was wait for the breakout and the retest. Boom, it broke out. Boom, there's the retest. Now, what is this? Let me show you. Let me show you on the screen right now. I got in at 1887. This is my last trade of the week, 1887. Sorry, that's wrong. It was 1896. 1896. 1896. 1896 to 1903. Right? Super simple, super easy. Another gain of about $140. And that was the last trade that I took for the day, because as you can see, price came back and dropped. So I decided to just stay out the market, let it do its thing for the week. There's always going to be another trading week. I really wanted to hit like 2,500 for this challenge, but you know, it wasn't possible. Ended up netting 1,200, 1,100 in profit. That is still not bad. I can't be mad about that. I can't be mad about that at all. And if you found this video at all entertaining, at all helpful, please leave a like and subscribe and a comment below. Comment below what challenge I should do next. Should I do another $100 to 1K or to whatever I take it to? Should I do $200, or would you like to see me build this $1,200 account up to 10K? What do you want me to do? I'll document the process. I'll take you on the trades in person. So if you guys didn't really understand too much of the terminology and the concepts that I was using in this video, please feel free to head over to my channel and watch the training videos. I'm going to go into depth on everything I've learned throughout my Forex journey. I'll share it with you guys 100% for free. I feel like I can share the knowledge and probably help somebody who can take that to the next level, right? So I'll see you in the next video, Gem Fan.